Hi, Amanda. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just chilling. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing all right. I'm excited today. We are bringing back the guests.
It's
I
been
know
a
you're sick.
while.
I know you're just sick of just talking to me. I get it. So we reached out, and I'm really excited today. We're going to have Cody Alberts from our Global Foundation Scholars Program come in and talk about that program and do all of those things and get ready. Now I'm going to try to bring Cody into our meeting here, but before we do that, I think you got big news. How did the LSAT go?
I think it went better this time around, but we'll
All right.
see. We'll see soon.
All right. I think it's going to be great. I'm excited for you. We're going to do awesome. Um, you you'll be good. It's coming in. So Cody should be
Fingers
joining us.
crossed.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Cody's joining us right now. Cody, how are you doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. Cody,
We're
this is
chilling.
oh, go ahead.
I'm Amanda.
Hi.
I was going to introduce Amanda, but she just kind of take charge and introduces herself. So welcome to Card Talk. Um, We are the podcast for incoming students to really go out and get information about all things SVSU. And we're excited to have you here today to talk about your program and the Global Foundation's Scholars. Um, I think Amanda usually likes to start things off right away. So
Sure. So
why don't you
I'm
go
a
ahead?
little unfamiliar with this scholar program. I've actually never heard of it before. So like if you could tell us a little bit about it and like what it can do for students, I
Absolutely.
think.
Global Foundation Scholars is a program of distinction at SVSU. It's been in operation for around 20 years. It really focuses on creating globally and culturally aware members of our campus community and really strives to offer participants the opportunity to connect with students from all walks of life during their time at SVSU. Certain things that it can do for you as a student, you're able to take two selective classes with other Global Foundation scholars during your first year, one in the fall, one in the winter. You receive priority registration basically until you're able to graduate, which is really handy for making sure you stay on track for your own personal timeline for graduation. You have an assigned academic advisor, me, to help you progress towards graduation. You're certainly able to meet with any other advisor in the office, but I am your assigned advisor. You'll meet with me at least once during your first year, and then you can work with me until you graduate. You also have the option of living on campus with other participants in your cohort in a specific area of SVSU's Living Center. And we always have a retreat before the beginning of the fall semester where you're able to connect with other incoming students, upperclassmen, staff of SVSU. It's a really great program with the overall goal of allowing you to have a $1,200 scholarship that you can apply towards a study abroad experience.
That's awesome.
These are the things that I wish maybe I could have been a student later on in life because this kind of stuff wasn't around when I was going through college. Just putting that out there. This has been right up my alley. And Cody, you mentioned a little bit that academic. So you're housed in the academic advisement office. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm one of the assistant directors of the Academic Advisement Center located in Wicks Hall, which is the main administrative building on campus. I am an SVSU alum. I graduated in 2016, and I actually worked in the advising office for about 2.5 years while I was there, first just as a student assistant, and then I was a peer advisor. After graduating, I've spent time at Delta College in the registrar's office. I recruited transfer students for 2 years at Central Michigan University, and just a little over a year ago came back to SVSU to work in the advising office. So finally back home and have been loving it ever since I came back.
See, Amanda, I keep telling you, alumni, we come back and we do big things, and we're superstars like Cody. Just
We'll try.
putting it
We'll
out
see
there.
in a couple years.
We're just
Maybe you'll
letting
see
it
me
from
again.
Cody. We have a running theme about this where I'm always trying to recruit Amanda to work at SVSU when she becomes big and popular after she's president, of course.
I
So
mean,
that's
you get a fancy alumni nameplate outside of your office. That was honestly one of my favorite things when that finally came. So it's
Okay,
wonderful.
done. I'm doing
done.
it.
All right, sorry, I got us off sidetracked, but I loved the fact that part of the Global Foundation's Scholars Program, and you live in that academic advisement center, and you're not only part of the program but also part of other student success, and it shows kind of what that program can bring for those students. Let me ask, how do students actually apply for this program,
Sure.
and what does that application entail?
Yeah. So in order to qualify to at least apply, you have to have a minimum cumulative GPA of 3.5 in high school. We used to, in normal circumstances, we have an SAT or ACT test score, but that has gone away right now because that test is optional. You can certainly submit your scores, but that is not a requirement. You have to have show demonstrated leadership or service in your high school and or community, be fully admitted to SVSU as an undergraduate student. And you need to be a graduating senior going into your first year at SVSU. Now, students who are in the early college program or have a decent amount of dual enrollment credits are more than welcome to apply. You just might be in a certain situation where you're not going to take some of those selective courses with the other students because you may have already have credits for those. As far as applying goes, you can go to the main svsu.edu webpage, search for Global Foundation Scholars. We're the first link that shows up. And then on the left side of the screen, there's going to be an Apply Now button. You bring that or click that, brings you right to our application. Now, the application itself is pretty simple. Some basic contact information, name, phone number, email, what your intended major is. If you're not exactly sure what you're going to major in, that's perfectly fine. Just write you're exploring right now and you're not really sure. And then what high school you attended. The meat of the application itself, again, is still pretty simple. I want you to flush out some information. First is going to be a resume. Just let us know what you've been doing, if you've had any jobs, if you're involved in any organizations at school, in your community, something that's showing that demonstrated leadership or service around school or home. And then the biggest thing is going to be your personal narrative. So we have two components of this narrative that we want you to explain in an essay. First is going to be your autobiography. So in 500 words or less, I want to know who you are. What have been the events in your life that have helped develop you into the person you are right now? Discuss some unique life experiences, your dreams, aspirations. And then the second part are your college goals. So again, in about 500 words or less, I'd like to know what you hope to gain from your college experience aside from just getting a degree. What type of opportunities are you really looking forward to when coming to SVSU? What experiences are you hoping to have? And how do you think participating in a program like Global Foundation Scholars might help you achieve those experiences or goals?
I'm telling you right now, neither Amanda or myself could give our autobiography in less than 500 words.
It's too
That's just
long.
impossible.
Yeah,
What?
Too long.
Yeah, too long. Oh man, I'm gonna need at least like
that is two different types
1,500.
of people.
Yeah, just putting that out there. I don't know. That's a tough requirement for me, but I can see.
Okay, so can just like incoming freshmen, or like when should these students be fully applied for the program? Like how long do they have? Is there
So
like
we try to give
deadlines?
priority registration, or not registration, we try to give priority consideration to people who have submitted their application before January 15th, which is just, a week ago. Applications are still open though until March 1st. We will certainly still look at applications if you maybe had a late decision of where you're going to go to college. It's a really big decision, so that's understandable. So if you do happen to be a slightly late applicant, that's okay. Just make sure to reach out to me. Application will close on March 1st, but that doesn't mean that there aren't certain circumstances, and I'm more than willing to kind of review your case.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's awesome. Yeah, and I think we're finding, as we talk to prospective freshmen coming in, this year it's really difficult with all of the different timelines being kind of up in the air,
Yeah.
revolving around that. So knowing that, yes, even though that initial priority deadline has passed, now is still, if you're a student out there and you're interested in this type of program and you want to apply, do it right away. Amanda, what do I always say? College is the opposite of kindergarten. What are you supposed to
Cut
do?
in line.
Now's the time. You want to cut in line. You
Yeah,
want to be in
absolutely.
first. And that's awesome.
And it's not a large
So,
cohort either. Like in past years have been pretty big, upwards of 80 students. We're running significantly smaller. I believe the 2019 cohort has around 22, 23 students. The current cohort, which is my first group, we have 32 students in the program right now. So we have room for, anywhere from 10 to 80. So like the lower parts is better for me initially starting out as coordinator because I just took over the role around a year ago. But yeah, so it's not a really large group of people that
so you
you're
guys,
heading into.
so you in your office, you are looking to expand the program then, get more students
Yeah,
interested.
Certainly,
Sorry.
that's definitely the goal, is to try to build it back up a little bit. It's the numbers have dwindled a little bit over the past few years. I'm comfortable with the amount of students I have right now. I think my sweet spot is probably 30 to 40. But if we ever do get to a point where we have, upwards of 80 students, that's wonderful.
Awesome. So here's my question. I want you to give me the elevator pitch, okay?
Sure.
I want to know, what is the student that you're looking for the program? So if you were trying to say, hey, you want to recruit this particular student, who would that student be? What kind of experiences would they have, and what would be the benefit for them?
Sure. So I love working with the students who understand that they have lived in kind of a little bit of a bubble, and they want to burst out of that. They want to get experiences working with international students on campus, having exposure to a lot of cultures, or peoples with different backgrounds that they're not familiar with. We have a decent amount of students in this year's cohort from smaller rural areas who really wanted to be able to get up a lot of experience out of their time at SBSU. Students who are wanting to be engaged. What we have found is a lot of students who are in Global Foundation Scholars have gone on to be leaders on campus, whether that's within student government or different registered student organizations. They're really making their marks on SVSU, and then going out into their communities and doing a lot of good. People who are dedicated to helping others. A lot of the things that we try to do with our students for their events that they need to do is try to get them engaged on campus, attending different events. Under normal circumstances, we have them normally volunteer at the International Thanksgiving dinner, and try to reach out with a lot of other students and help out. And then just people who are wanting to be engaged with other students in general, and are willing to work with the processes of having me as their advisor, in working with other students. So that's probably like my ultimate goal, is people who are really wanting to get out there, knowing that, not necessarily knowing where you want to study abroad for sure, but if you have an inkling that you want to study abroad, this is a great program for you.
Awesome. Sounds exciting. I don't know, Amanda, I don't know about you, but I mean, this is the type of thing that, I mean, again, I'm going to sound like and I am the old guy in the room for this podcast always, but I really, look back at my college career, some of the most influential things were my involvement on campus and then a study abroad experience. And I think your program just marries those two so well. And for a lot of students, it's a great way to get started in that. So
I wish I would have heard about it sooner.
It's all right. It's all right, Amanda. We'll take it.
Okay.
This has been like the Amanda, like, reunion tour, going through and trying to show you all the things that. It's all right. When you start working with Cody and I, you'll be great. You'll be fine. You'll be
I'll
able to talk
just start
about
over. I'll come back, get another bachelor's degree, start as a freshman. It's okay.
it. I've tried. It doesn't work that way. So, all right. It's time. We have a segment here, Cody. I don't know if you're aware, but we're gonna put you on the spot. It's
All right.
time for Nick's irreverent question of the day. This is the bad visuals that we do for. Amanda and I, we both noticed, and we got to address the elephant in the room. Literally, the elephant in the room. I got to know, behind you, your backdrop, I think there's some type of collection. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that
But
is not.
I want you to tell me what's
What
happening.
collection?
Yeah,
Collection. What's
it's
going
not. I don't know what
Tell
you're
me all about this. What is
I
this?
have
I love
one
this.
chapstick here, Nick. That's it. So yeah, this is my collection of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, primarily Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I have figures from other seasons, but I was a huge fan ever since I was a kid. It debuted when I was 2 years old. I'm 29 now, so I've been a real big fan ever since I could basically understand that I like a TV show. I had a little some collections when I was growing up, but lost it here and there. So basically, I started over when I was 18. So let me move my camera around super quick and I'll adjust, but this is my room.
Oh, it goes all the way.
It
That's
goes
awesome.
all the way.
So this is about 11 years of collecting. It's confined to one room in my home, which makes my partner very happy. But yeah, I have figures spanning 27 years. Some of them are still brand new in the box. I have some figures that are from the original Japanese toy line, so some have been shipped from Tokyo. I think if I had to pick a favorite figure, it's probably my original Morpher.
That's awesome. Love it.
So yeah, I love
Amanda,
it. So
this is Amanda. I just wanted to point out, because I'm a collector too. My collector, I collect vinyl records.
Great.
It's my thing. This is what happens when you get a little bit of adult money, just a little bit, and you can do the things that you always wanted to do and collect the things that you always wanted to have. So
Absolutely, and we don't have any kids. That's not something that are going to be happening for our life. So we have
that's
do not
awesome.
have that expense. So yeah,
Well, I
red
just
is
gotta.
my favorite too. If you're ever on campus and want to see, happen to see me in my office, I have a Red Ranger and a Pink Ranger mug, so it's very apparent even in my office on campus.
I
But yeah,
love it.
not a bad place to
I
spend
love
my
that.
working from home experience.
That makes me so happy. I'm not gonna lie, because that's what you should do when you get a certain age. When you get out there, you gotta do what you want to do and enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. So I love it, Cody. I really appreciate it. Mine's vinyl record. So I didn't really get to ask a question because I was just so engrossed and ready. It was almost a little distracting
Sure.
getting started. But let me ask Amanda the irreverent question. So Cody, it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Me, it's vinyl records. What is it when you get President of the United States of America? What are we going to expect for you to collect? What are you going to spend your adult money on?
Oh gosh. Probably weird pillows like this. Hold on.
Oh, it goes back. All goes back to a Christmas present.
Like my bread. I named it carbs.
That's awesome.
I need to
love
get
it.
the chicken nugget one to go with it, or some butter.
All right. Well, I know what to get you for next Christmas. We'll be good. We got it covered. Well, Cody, thank you. I really appreciate your time and just wish you a lot of success in the future. And I'm sure that you and I will be talking soon. We work with a lot of the same students, and Cody always does an amazing job in helping students find that success. Cody, I always tell our students, SBSU opens up the opportunities. Your program is a great opportunity. We support you through those opportunities, and I think you're the perfect example of that type of support that students can expect. And then lastly, my favorite part, we get to celebrate about that. So hopefully you and I will get to celebrate very, very soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank
Well,
you so much for having me on. Again, if you're looking for any information, just search for Global Foundation Scholars. My contact information is right on that webpage. So if you have any questions, even if you're not admitted and you're just looking around, please feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cody. Take care.
Yeah, thank you both. Have a great day.
You too.
Oh, that made my day, Amanda. That was awesome. Did you see all that collection?
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. Not necessarily about like the type of collection, but like just having a big collection of something.
I think that's cool. I'm sorry, whatever it is you like there. If it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if it's bread pillows, whatever it is, I don't care. Enjoy what you enjoy, and you be you. So, what do you think today? Did you learn a lot?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know that foundation scholarship program existed. So it's nice to know now that I'm a senior, but it's okay. It'll help other people, so that's all that matters.
Exactly. And I think for our students, the students that you and I talk to on this podcast, I think it's a great example. Again, I kind of said it there in front of Cody, but providing the opportunity, supporting you through that opportunity, and celebrating your success. It's a perfect example of what students can expect when they get here. And hopefully we'll have a lot of our incoming freshmen apply for the program and try to take advantage. All right. Well, I have to head out. I'm on my way to campus. I hope you have a great day. Congratulations on doing well on your LSAT. We'll wait for that score to come in.
Thank you.
And we'll talk very soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Wash your hands.
Oh, I forgot. Wash your hands. Please.
See ya.